everybody, it's Wind Down Wednesday. What y'all drinking? We'll cover that by the end. There's some feedback going on. Who got feedback?
It's not me.
Not
Is it
me.
me? It's not me. Okay, it went off now.
It's
Okay,
still on.
Oh, let's do a sound check.
You good now?
Are you sure?
Yep, it's off now.
Okay. It might have been me just hollering when it opened up. That kind of kicked back on us. But hey, everybody. It's so good to see everybody. Everybody's coming on. Hey, Big Shaq. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. We love you. And can't wait to see what you got to say tonight about all this craziness going on. Crazy T, Rhonda, Luella, Yolanda. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Let's talk about nationals first. Nationals. Are we doing a countdown? We need a countdown on the in the
We
group.
do. It's
We
time
need
to
a
start
countdown.
countdown. Because we're officially at the 2-month mark, like exactly.
Yeah, we're excited. We got so many surprises and so many wonderful things for you guys. You guys are gonna enjoy. And hopefully, everybody's coming with the mind of just sisterhood, love, no gossiping, nobody's mad. Whatever you're dealing with, leave it at home. And then if you bring it with you, we're gonna love on you so hard that it go away. So we're excited about nationals, excited about meeting new people. And we're waiting till after nationals to pick new people to work with us. So we're excited about just all the new things that are coming. There's some amazing things are coming this year. So we're excited about that and just the new ambiance of the group, the new growth. Let me put it like that. The new growth. We're at the point in Black Women Love Football where we are no longer looking for people. People are looking for us. So we can proudly shout that song. Are you looking for me? However it goes. Here I go. So people are looking for us to be speakers at the events. They're looking for us to be on their radio shows and their podcasts. So shout out to Black Women Love Football. I always tell people, it's not my group, it's our group. And go on the website. We updated it a little bit. We got some more to do with pictures and things like that. But make sure you get on the website, look at the merch, and just let us know that you're there. All right, Mal, what you got going on?
Okay. June 7th, we are having the Fanatic Cookout in Atlanta. It's going to be in Decatur, June 7th, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. All teams invited. We're going to have teams with tents set up, cooking, talking trash. It's a kid-friendly event as well. There's a pool there when the rec center is open. So I think the rec center closes around 3. So they may have the opportunity to get in the pool. They have all that situated on the other side with lifeguard and all that. But there's a park in the back, free parking, free entry. Just come on down. But if you want to set up a tent, all that, please holler at your girl and I'll get you guys set up. So that's June 7th. And I'm going to
Coffee and Conversation. Don't forget to let them know Coffee and Conversation will be taking.
Oh, yes. We're going to broadcast live Coffee and Conversation on that morning. Saturday morning. She does it normally at 10. So I guess she's going to go live when we're set up and walking around, getting to know all the people. There's going to be a lot of ladies from Atlanta area and some coming in that are affiliated with Black Women Love Football. I can't wait to meet everybody that, I haven't met yet. This is going to be a fun event. We do it big every year. Susan had the opportunity to sit under the Patriot camp with the Patriots.
They treated me
had
well.
a blast. Yep, we love everybody. And the Jaguars with you. We love everybody. We don't have Eagles, we have Detroit Lions. I just bring everybody. I just embrace everyone. I have, quite a few different teams under my camp. So welcome everybody who's in the Atlanta area. Like I said, N.A. Scott Park in Decatur, 12 to 6 p.m. The next thing I want to talk about is down in Nationals. I just found out I'm going on Thursday. So Thursday, I'm going to be a part of the OG team that's going to be coming in on Thursday night. We're going to get there and meet up, I'm excited to meet all the ladies again that was there at Nationals last year. I have my sister-in-law who's going to be coming with me as well. She's not an OG, but we're going to welcome her as well. Anybody coming in on Thursday and early Friday morning, we're going to be doing a kids camp. This is going to be our give back with, Black Women Love Football always picked something, and we said while we were in Cleveland, we might as well do a give back. This is going to be another give back during this quarter. We're going to work at a kids camp. They're going to have DJ and all the festivities going on. Black Women Will Love Football will be giving out toiletries, like a little a hygiene kit. I started a Amazon registry, so I'll be having that live probably tonight. Going live tonight. I'll put something out there for everyone, even if you're not attending, to see if we can, love on the kids. Inner city kids is, going to camp. I remember those days when I used to be at the camp, and it was fun, after school's over, do something different. So we're going to put, hygiene kit together. I put a bunch of little things in there that like, lotion, lip balm, different things like that, deodorant. Then I also have a pack that we can give them little snacks. So I have the registry. I think it's finished. We may have a few more things to add, but once that's done, I'm going to go live and put it on the page for, just wanting everybody to see if they can contribute to another initiative that we're going to be putting together. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome.
Stacy, what you got going on?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Stacey.
It is Wednesday, and I feel like it is Friday. Okay, I am super exhausted.
Got
I'm
2 more
headed
days
to
to go.
Mississippi. I think I'm headed to Mississippi this weekend. I'm going to the deep South, baby.
She's going to the SIP.
I'm going to the SIP, to the MISSISSI PPI.
Remember we used to spell that? Didn't we spell that in a jump rope?
M-I, cricket letter, I, cricket letter, I, humpback, I.
Yes.
I'm headed there this weekend. I'm going to get them ladies going on their meetup. So we are going to do their inaugural meetup. So they have split it up. I am doing Macomb on Saturday.
I'll be there.
Which is an hour from Jackson. So the ladies on that side, I am doing that. And then on Sunday, I am doing Jackson. So
nice.
I will be there. And then I'm coming home on Monday. And then what month we in? May. June, I go to girl. Y'all got me moving. June, I go to the DMV, and I'm going to get their meetups going there. So those ladies I will do on June 29th. I am pushing the envelope. So we're going to get the DMV back going again. So it's a DMV chat. It is a Mississippi chat. Ladies, if you are in those areas, come on and join the chat. I would love to meet you. We gonna do some networking. I'm bringing some giveaways, and we gonna chit chat, and we gonna get you going. It doesn't matter who your team is. You a Black woman that love football, come on and let's get to know each other. So once the schedule drop today, we can figure out where y'all gonna watch games at and all of that stuff. So
once the schedule drop, we can officially talk junk, right?
Yeah.
Nikki, we trying to come to Florida. What's up with
Yeah.
Florida?
So, like I told y'all, I have this weekend, and the reason I won't be going to Mississippi.
Y'all not gonna cut me off while I'm talking.
Oh, well, go ahead, man.
Okay. I am not done. Okay.
That was Susan.
I got excited.
Let me call somebody over there because she's
about the schedule coming out. Because
Giants.
Well, you've been talking 10 minutes. Hurry.
We got about 8 quarterbacks.
Hey, listen, I don't be saying nothing when y'all go. And then after June, we come here, all roads lead to Cleveland. Everybody will be in Cleveland.
Yeah, we're excited.
And
We
then in August, y'all better get some calendars. That's what y'all better do. Because then
Well,
we
I
gotta
hope
go to
the
South
home
Carolina.
game don't fall on that 16th. But go ahead.
You better hope what?
The home game, the preseason.
When does preseason start?
If it do, it do. This is already on the calendar, and Black Women Love Football supersedes that.
Well, it was a
So
Black Women Love Football event, remember? But go
no,
ahead. The schedule
this was
hasn't
on the
dropped.
calendar. So then we gonna go to South Carolina to do their inaugural meetup. So that's what's on the Black Women Love Football calendar. If you have a meetup schedule, you need to make sure that it is a sanctioned Black Women Love Football meetup and that it is on our calendar. If you don't have a meetup, please get with one of the admins or so that we can get you going. The website is live. Make sure you have your fan because it's football season and we want to make sure you is popping your fan. And that's it. That's all that I have. Now y'all can talk.
Thank you.
Mute. Carry on.
Don't
Yeah,
forget
I'm
it.
done now.
Don't forget it's Women Crush Wednesday. For all of y'all in my inbox asking why your post has not been approved. On Wednesdays, we do not approve posts till after
For
Wind Down
3
Wednesday.
months now, we have not done that.
And so we only post celebratorial posts. Birthdays, you shout out someone you want to honor, someone you want to talk about, and just give them the Woman Crush high five. That's all we do on Wednesday.
Everything. Birthdays.
Exactly. So right now we're sitting on about 300 posts sitting in the box. But we will release them.
And 272 of them is the exact same post.
Right. So we will release 5 of them. 7 of
Oh
them.
God.
Once Wind Down Wednesday is over. But y'all ready to talk football?
Yes.
Yep. Yep. I am ready.
Okay. I have a question. I asked this question the last 3 or 4. Does Pittsburgh have a quarterback?
Nope.
Nope.
They need Q. You know how they have bar rescue? They need QB rescue.
This is crazy.
Really?
Like, no, they don't have nothing. So let me take that back. They got Will Howard from the Ohio State University. But he need help. Like, he can't carry the whole team. Like, he need a mentor. He needs something. But we gonna root for him. But yeah, no.
I don't know.
They still got Black Smoke coming up out the stack. They don't have no.
At this point, I'm just like, what are they doing? Something
signals? Is that what you're saying?
No, she's saying it's like the Pope thing. It's black
until
they choose the Pope. So she said it's black until they choose a quarterback.
Okay.
So
no question, no QB, no QB in sight. Do you think? I'm hearing rumors that they get Shador.
Girl, bye. Who told you that?
They are saying that in articles though that they're going to trade.
Who said that?
In articles, there's articles out that are pushing it.
I don't think so. Happy belated birthday, Rhonda. I don't think so.
I mean, from looking at him at minicamp, they said he did well, or he's doing well, or whatever.
He did well. He did better than the other guy out there.
They could take that Kenny Pickett back. Right, Rhonda, that's that AI. They can take that Kenny Pickett back. They definitely could take him back. That's who they can have. But yeah, they don't have one.
Shaq said he heard he's going to the Saints.
Who going to the Saints?
Shador.
Hey, you hollered at Duval. Stay in Duval business. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay in Duval business. Okay. That's it. No, he ain't. Yeah, they probably end up. So this is what I really think. I don't think that Dylan Gabriel is gonna stay in Cleveland. I don't think he gonna fit our system. Like, I really don't. And I think that he probably will end up leaving, and they probably will get rid of Kenny Pickett. Probably, I don't know. He'll probably go. I don't know, but I don't. Yeah, one of them could go. That's what I want to know. What New Orleans gonna do since Derek Carr is gone? Since that Carr is retiring, but we got one to give. We got one to give them.
Wow.
That's what we got.
They have the season openers. That's going to be interesting.
Philly and the Cowboys opening up.
I'm going with them boys on the season opener.
Why are you saying that, Stacey?
Because Philly is not the same Super Bowl team. Philly don't have no defense right now. They got rid of a lot of their teams. It's not the same anymore. They have, them contracts was up, and quite a few of the team left. So, in my opinion,
and you never say them boys about anything.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't.
Even Tifa was like, whoa. Yeah.
Let me say this. Tifa, I'm sorry. On this one, I'm going to go out on the limb. And I'm really going to go with them boys on this one. And let me say this for them boys. Dak better watch it. He can be shucking and jiving and dancing this season if he wants to. He pull a hamstring and he gonna be riding that wood because they backup got an arm and he ain't gonna have no job.
The one they got from the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And not even that. Right now in the league, from what I see, this is my opinion, there's an overage of quarterbacks. Like, we have too many. So you could play if you want to. Like, there's always room for replacement. That's how I see it. Y'all tell me if y'all think different.
Oh, young grandma said it was her first time dropping in. So welcome.
Hey, from Pittsburgh.
Grandma.
Hey, young grandma.
Yeah.
Rhonda, Stacey, sucking and giving love. The old school lingo.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yes.
See, but you my girl. You really are. But come on, I'm just saying. I don't have no dog in that fight. I just gave my opinion on who I think might just win that game. That's all. We'll see.
Yeah.
Then let me say this. We still have to finalize a roster too. So once we see what the final roster is, we're going to revisit that. My mind might change. But today, as we see it, that's just who I'm going with today. Now, y'all know I do not be with them boys. Them boys ain't been them boys since, 05, something like that, 95. But I'm just saying it today. We'll see.
You've been saying it. You've been saying it a lot.
Yeah. But I'm just going with them, like today.
Yeah,
okay,
so B's out tonight. Oh, she would have appreciated that. Oh, the Bears
and the Eagles on Black Friday.
The Bears got to prove something to me this season. Where's what you call it?
I know. You got to get him back on here,
right? But the Bears, the Bears,
they're still rebuilding.
So whatever with them. Okay, next.
Yeah, the Bears, like,
he said they're still rebuilding. I was like, yeah, we are too. So but I'm just saying.
Right.
Yeah, the Eagles probably gonna take that. The Eagles definitely gonna take it on Friday, that Black Friday.
He would say something crazy like, this season the Bears are going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, Derrick Henry just signed a 2-year extension worth $30 million.
I seen that before we got on. I seen that.
Wow.
I did see that.
That's
Um,
money.
that Christmas game, y'all know I don't care who win it between the Broncos and KC. I don't care. I hope they have snow up to their neck. I don't care. Worth nothing. I don't care
Where is it
at
at? Where is
all.
it at? Where's it at?
Um, I think they go to KC. Don't they go? Do they go to KC and play?
I don't know.
I
Maybe.
can't remember.
Okay.
No, I
KC,
think they go
right?
to
They're not
Broncos.
gonna have. They might have snow on both ends. So
Yeah,
snow, and
yeah.
Yeah.
Either one is gonna be cold. I don't care.
Derek is
I'm
a
gonna
dog.
be. I'm gonna be like, ooh, doo-doo-doo.
yeah. What
What
you
else?
eating?
Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving, who? Oh, you know what? And DC and Dallas play on Christmas too.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's gonna
That
be.
Dallas plays in Washington on Christmas, and on Thanksgiving, Dallas play on Thanksgiving.
That's gonna be a good one.
Let me tell you, Tiff. KC is definitely a tough place to play in. That is the loudest stadium in the NFL.
Is it small?
No, but it is the loudest, and they have the most obnoxious fans in any
Where's this?
stadium I done been in. Girl, yes.
Where you say? Where did you say?
Kansas City.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I've never been
Oh,
to Arrowhead, but
yeah, it's the loudest and the most obnoxious stadium in the NFL. And then they be doing
I think
that chant and hitting it, and they thing is iron, and they be hitting it. Girl, please. And if your team losing, you be ready to go.
I think Philly is the most obnoxious though.
somebody said that KC will be playing that game in Dallas.
Oh.
They'll be what?
Denise, that KC will be playing that game in Dallas.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not going to be at Arrowhead, so
Mhm.
well. She said all the Swifties will be there. Rhonda.
Right.
Yeah, and I've never been to KC or Philly, but listen to now that you said that, Nikki, all the stories about Philly is crazy.
Yeah, I think Philly is way more obnoxious than KC. That's the most obnoxious Philly.
Oh wow.
They
KC up
can
there,
be,
but
but I think
Philadelphia
KC
is
is worse. Hey,
nah,
Julia.
no way.
Yeah.
You don't
But
think
Not
so?
from
hey,
my
they didn't
experience.
have
My
that
experience,
jail
I say
in
Philly.
Philly for the longest for no reason. Now, hey, they had that jail for a reason in
I
Philly.
know, I heard about that. It was in KC or it was in Philly?
Philly.
Yeah, Philly for me, my experience, Philly is the worst. I've never had fans as rude as Philly.
Movita agrees
No.
with you. She said not worse
So
than
now,
Philly.
Nikki, here's the
Right.
difference.
Julia does
They
too.
Julia,
rude.
yeah.
Philly is rude. KC is obnoxious and loud. Now, that's the
Well,
difference.
with me, I can't stand a quiet stadium. I cannot stand a sit still, don't say no noise stadium. So I'm for noise. I think that's your 12th man. That's just me though. That's how I
It's
feel.
always noise, but it's different when you there's
Oh, it's noise. It's the noise in the stadium. Like when the game is going on, they have a volume thing that they try to match. So they making noise like 12th man
Oh
noise.
Lord.
Yeah.
Tifa
They
said
got a
we won't let
different
it
kind of
go.
noise. And then they do this noise, chant noise, and then they thing that go around this iron, and then they be beating on it and doing like that
It's
wahoo.
it's doing what it's supposed to do, knocking the opposing team off. They loud now.
I'm
I
not
gotta give them
like
that. They
it.
loud.
Well,
I'm
I
not
went to
like
the
it.
Giants game at the Meadowlands. It was very quiet. I tell you that.
Well, it probably was. I mean, it didn't have no
I
reason
don't
to be
think so.
loud. I'm
I
sure it
don't
didn't
think
have no
so.
reason to be loud at the Meadowlands.
Yeah.
I'm sure it didn't
I'm
have no
all
reason
for
to be
noise.
loud.
I cannot stand a dead stadium. I just cannot. Like, please make some noise. Like, mm-mm. You need
Yeah, I'm
help.
sure.
Normally,
Yeah,
when
I
your
would want
teams
it
are
to be
4 and
loud, but
whatever,
that one,
they have no help.
KC is just different. But Philly, yeah, they rude. Now they real super rude now.
Big Shaq says Seattle broke a record for being the loudest twice. 213.
Seattle was loud too.
They're in the
See,
book,
I didn't
Guinness
think
book.
Seattle was that loud when we went. I
They
didn't
in the
think it
Guinness
was
Book
that
of
loud.
World Records.
Yeah, Seattle is loud.
Think it was. I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was louder than KC.
It's probably because their stadium is a little bit more open, like
Mhm.
KC
Oh,
is
okay.
more closed in, and so the noise like sounds.
Yeah.
But Seattle got a whole opening,
Yeah.
opening on their
Yeah.
stadium. So
Yeah, I didn't think it was
Yeah.
like.
No, Rhonda, I'm just playing. It wasn't quiet. It was very loud at the
Say
Giant
this
King.
was
I was
she
just
said
saying
the
because we got stomped, but I was just being funny.
No, they
Okay.
left quietly when they lost.
yeah,
Right. I think we played. I think that's when we played
Yeah, we used
Philly.
to come up there and back in the day.
Yeah, we was playing Philly. Don't get gully Boston. Don't get gully.
We have this whole rival thing going on, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, whatever it is.
New York and Boston, we will always be rivals.
It's all
right.
Okay, who's going to an international game? I want to go.
I
Okay.
am.
too.
Where you going, Nikki?
I'm going on the 19th, London.
Where you going,
I'm-
Stacey?
I'm going October 5th to London.
Okay. So they
Yeah.
really trying to like spread this thing.
They not trying. They have spread it.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah,
Because it
because
used to be
like
just a London
Miami
game.
playing in Spain.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, they playing in Spain.
that is something. Okay, so do we
Yeah.
think
So I'm going to London.
do we think they'll be building teams in those places in the future? What do y'all think?
I don't think so. I think that's just their way of keeping the international side. And honestly, they do make a lot in it for international games because you have fans from all 32 teams that's there. It's not just those opposing those teams that's going against each other. They have fans from all 32 teams. So if you ever looked at an international game in London, they have every jersey is up in that stadium. So yeah.
I thought they want to get like the NBA. You know how you can go overseas and play or come back.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
So that is So we're gonna do international. Our game is the 19th, so we're gonna go. I think that Thursday. Thursday is our travel day. We'll go to do the bullet and go to Paris for a day. The game is not until Sunday.
Yeah, our travel day I think is Wednesday. Is our travel day? Get there Thursday.
Yeah.
Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'll be here.
I know.
We're going
I'm still trying to go on that week cruise. That's what I'm trying to
do. Marta, how about that? We're going to Marta.
Y'all go to London one time.
Yep. They say, Marta's Marta.
Yeah.
So did anybody see the interview that JD5's mom did with Ryan Clark?
I didn't see it.
These
I
ladies
saw
will
it.
post
She
them
made
927
some good
times.
points. She made some good points. I saw
Nobody
it.
seen it.
I saw it. She made good points. I mean, I can
think
understand.
so. I think so too. And I feel like, and I posted it a couple of times. I just feel like, the media is always gonna post what they want us to see. You never really know what is always done or said unless you're there.
And I think you'll never understand a mother trying to protect her son or daughter in that capacity if you don't have one in that capacity. So you really don't know.
And I don't,
So
it don't
you know what
necessarily
I'm saying?
always have to even be that capacity, Nikki. I think that you never know a mother-son relationship if
But
you don't have a
what is her
Oh
son.
no, but
reason?
I'm saying the
You know what
capacity
I'm
because that's
saying?
what it is.
Period.
But
Yeah.
And it's
we
just,
don't think it's obsessive though. I mean,
we only
Well,
see
you need
what
to
the
look at the
media
interview.
shows.
If you look at the
And
interview and hear what
you
she
had to
said,
see the
that might change
interview.
your
okay.
And I'm
yeah.
gonna say this also. The same thing that she said was no different than the mothers that we had on this show said.
Mhm.
Um, she said that like she's over their foundations and she created nonprofits for her sons. Both of the NFL moms we had on said the same exact thing. They're over their sons' foundations. They created it. Their sons were in college. She did them when they were younger. They don't know business and all of that. Let me also go a step further and say this. Um, we all on here have dated somebody's son, dated multiple sons. Um, some sons are great sons because of who their mothers were and the background they've had, the way they were raised under certain morals and values.
Mhm.
Some of these sons are horrific because they was that lady's son. Period. So
Mhm.
it just
Some people.
depends. You know what I mean? So we'll
Mhm.
never understand, you'll never understand a relationship between, they say it all the time, mothers, raise their daughters and coddle their sons, whatever, however it is. Some mothers do what they need to do because they are women and they understand other women. Period.
And then you have some kids that just gonna do what they do regardless.
Period.
Right.
And he will
Yeah.
never
So
speak on
you know,
So
it or speak on a relationship until he is serious about one.
right.
So until then, I can do this, I can do that, I can do whatever. And then when he becomes serious about one, you will see him with that one, and then he'll speak out. Until then, he gonna play basketball, he gonna do whatever, and you will see him hang out with his mother. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's just that.
Mhm.
Period.
I mean, I get it. I get it as a mother. I just want to, and of course the media is gonna make it seem like she just following around like a little pet or
and
whatever.
you never know what the media is paying people to do either. You don't even know if that's
Right.
like, you know how they have these um housewife stories and the wives
Mhm.
the you just you never know. But
Right.
I did listen to her, so I do understand like her point. And she said that she's not trying to be in his business or prevent him from you know having a girlfriend or whatever, but
Right.
it's just what we see and how we you
Yeah.
know
But I
assess their
mean, but at the
situations or
same
whatever.
time, women will tread lightly because she is around. They're not gonna just come for him or try to play him because she is around. So that makes it. I can see it making a difference. Hey, my kids bring, like, girls will come with them in the car to the house, and I'm like, you didn't bring the young lady inside. Why would you let her sit out in the cold? They was like, Mom, she didn't make the team. Okay. She don't get to come in. I gotta appreciate that as a mother, and they know I'm around, so they didn't make the team, so they don't get to come in the house. So I
So,
guess
Well,
the
at
one
least you
that
got
come in
that
the
one.
house,
I didn't get that. It's like they're still calling me mom to this day.
mhm.
And they've been no longer together.
right?
Like, stop bringing them to my house. You're not serious about them, don't bring them to my house.
Right? You like, what's your name again?
And now I'm mom.
Who are you? Who are
Girl, when I
you?
be dropping them ladies, son, and I be seeing them ladies, I be like, they be like, hey, you remember? Because I don't know them ladies. Who your son?
Yeah, get it.
Tiffany bring up a point. She like, hey, Shaq said people always are mad when they can't control the athlete. People talk bad about LeVar Ball, but he was just being a dad. His father was obnoxious. Period. You know, he was obnoxious.
It's the same thing with me.
Julia said
I mean,
everything is so
not,
magnified nowadays. I see no problem with how JD's mom rose, and I've got a son who is quiet like JD, so I get it. Tiffany
it's good.
said true, because some ladies be like, that's not the son I raised. Yes, Miss Mary, that's your son. Right. Yes.
Right.
I
Because
agree
kids gonna do what they want to
wholeheartedly.
do when
That
they get
is,
a baby.
yes.
It's
All they
like,
do
no,
is raise
ma'am.
them.
No,
I'm
ma'am.
giving a
That
shout out
That
to
is your
listen.
son.
that's
My
your
And
shout
he
out
right.
probably would have made
is on here.
somebody's better son if he wasn't your son. Get out of
Right.
here.
Listen, Stacey.
Child, I know we all done gave our mothers a run for the money, so you can't blame it on them parents all the time. Cause we gonna do what we do.
He's a boys fan. My cousin Ricky just joined us for the first time. He's shouting us out. But
Hey,
Ricky is them boys.
Cowboy,
He's them
I'm
boys.
sorry, Ricky,
Hey,
but
Ricky.
hey.
we gonna call you Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky is what they call me. Tony B said we've seen them out a couple times since he was drafted. They make it seem like it's all that all the time. Yeah, like these people is different. That's all I can
Like
say.
Movita, I get it. He hanging out with Juju. She got his own money, but I don't think it's about money. I think she's protecting his mental, because that goes back when we interviewed that mother and we asked that question of how can we be better fans, and she's like, pray for their mental.
Yep.
You know, she didn't say nothing about money. She didn't say y'all need to be at the
Nothing.
game. None of
Yeah.
that. She said nobody asked him about his mental. Everybody asked him how was practice, how was this, how was that, or how much money you making. But nobody ever says how is your mental. So
Yeah.
to me, she
Because
seems like a mother that understands that it's bigger than the money. You know, this could destroy or make him, or
Yeah.
keep him
I
safe.
think it's sort of like the LeVar boys, like Deion Sanders' sons. They have that mentality that
Mhm.
their dad was this, so they got to, you just don't never know how they feel. And I think that's why the LeVar boy, the dad and Dion, that's why they are like, they're not trying to be overprotective or run it. They just really trying to protect this because they know that they were that person
Right.
and everybody's
They went
expecting
down that road.
more taken on,
And even Deion and them being in the NFL, they know what's down that road.
Exactly.
Who's to say they don't have them? They don't have them in counseling.
I listen to Ocho. I listen to
There's
Ocho.
pressure. Even though Shador seemed like he's handling well, that'll break a person. All that negative press, and you this, you that, you. So who's to say? I'm sure they talk to somebody a couple of times a week just to stay balanced. Like
I'm pretty sure they can have them talking to somebody 2 times a week too.
Right.
But I listen to Ocho and Shay and them. They talk about the NFL bad. Have you ever listened to Ocho and them and how they talk about the NFL? Yeah, because they know that they know the ins and outs and the pros and the cons. Even on the pivot, they talk about it. So you just have to pay really, really close attention, and you'll understand, I guess, why, when you have former dads or whatever, why they are that way over their kids once they make it. Even moms,
Yeah. I'm that guy. He even said a child is and should be any parent's biggest and most important investment. You pour into and nurture your investment all the way. She's doing nothing wrong. Not enough parents invest in their kids. That's true. That's true.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Wanda, she was called a helicopter mom.
Yeah.
But
hey, Dwayne.
I mean, you just protecting your kid. It's not about being a helicopter. It's just like what you don't want your kid around and different things, whether it's female, whether it's different, crew that they hang out.
The NFL mom.
At the end of the night, we are all parents. And we all, have raised children. We pray that we give them what we give them. And all we can do is pray that they grow up and they be the children and the adults that we have raised them to be, and that they don't go out here and be, we turn on the 6 o'clock news and we see them on there, and that they become productive citizens in society. That's all that we all as parents pray for. The bonus is that they go out and they become something and they do something, whatever. That's it.
Yeah.
Parenting
So
don't come with a
we're
manual.
talking about these men that are young men that are going into the NFL. And we already know, because you hear it all the time, the women that's after them, the different things that's going on. And I can see, even like, what's his name? JD's, she was right there. It's like, it's not going to happen. Not under her watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that the NFL provides like a platform for NFL mothers, NFL girlfriends, wives, and they have these what do you call it? They have access to all of this stuff. Like they talk about it. They have like Zoom calls just like we're having, and they discuss stuff, and then they tell them where they can go if they need, to talk about this, that, or the other. So
And that's why we have to commend Dion for bringing the woman that admitted she's a garden tool and she preys on football players. We gotta he brought her in to talk to them and tell them how they do it, how they slip in, the way they do it and everything. We gotta commend them for that. We gotta like clap it up for them for that, because ain't no other coach doing that.
Right.
That I know of, or they haven't told us about.
Would you say they're slipping them in, Susan?
Yeah. However, however it's going, so he schooled us on game. Let's talk about, and I'm gonna let Stacy talk about it. What did they pull back, Stacy, this week?
The accelerator program for minority coaches to exceed in leadership roles in the NFL. So we as BWLF, and I don't not have it out.
I have it.
Did anybody pull it up? I did not.
I have it.
You do?
Yes.
We put out a statement as far as our position on it. And the Queen Bee over here and tagged up everybody, including the NFL, NAACP, ESPN, including the person that put it out, our statement, and I did that on our public page as well. I think the thing that disturbs me the most about that is while we sitting and waiting on a schedule and all this was coming out, I'm just trying to understand why Roger Goodell was in Ohio lobbying with our governor, trying to help them get a dome built out in the suburbs, and we trying to figure out why they are
eliminating this program.
Exactly. What is his stake in Ohio and with the Haslams trying to get a dome and advocating for them against them? That is just insane to me. But at the same time, there are quite a few names on here that we have, and I actually stole these names from Tiffany. Thanks, Tiff. Of people who actually went through this accelerator program. And let me say this: they aren't just men on here. Like the one that is the wide receivers coach for the Browns is a woman. Where the other ones are minorities, and their commitment to DEI on paper. You had to, because you have women in important roles and major roles at that. But at the same token, at the request of that man in Washington, you took out Ian racism off the end zone at the Super Bowl as well. So we have to begin to make a little bit of noise and be loud about these situations, and make it uncomfortable, so that it's uncomfortable to those around us and they begin to understand where we stand on it, for things like that, because it's important. Quite a few people that hold positions in places are products of this. That's just my position on it.
Mike Paul.
Yeah. And something like that is disheartening, but at the same time, there'll never be a unification of protesting or walking out or anything. We would never get that. Not with all this money flying around. We will never get that in the NFL.
But the thing is, we can't keep saying I'm not surprised, it ain't expected, and those type of those not the conversations that that are productive. We have to move the conversation to what do we do? Where do we make a stance? And how does it then become how do we make the noise? How do we become recognized? You know what I mean? How does it become that okay, they are serious about that? If more people would have been supportive to Kaepernick, he would be playing today.
We can. I don't.
You know what I'm saying? So it cannot just be that I'm not surprised. You know where it's coming from. We know where all of this is coming from. But you want to make it right.
Some people just don't want to be shadured because that's what ends up happening. Because
so I'm not in agreement with that, and I'm not going to keep going in circles and having that conversation because, like we know,
that's why people don't do that because they don't want to get done like that. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so I'm not people.
You may not do that, but I'm just saying some people are quiet because they're afraid of what could happen. That's all I'm saying. Everybody not as strong about it.
With all this money flying around. Let's be honest.
At one point, they were kneeling with Kaepernick.
Right. And then they all backed up.
They didn't kneel because they got punished.
Exactly. And then, you know what? Let's be honest, as people of color, and this, we're going to end when I say this because we try not to touch politics and stuff, but we in our communities, in the Black communities across America, we need a leader. We do not have a strong Black leader. We don't
at all.
We do not have one strong Black leader that they respect and that's really fighting for us. It seems like they all
that don't cost money
or they're folded.
I think they're all 80 plus years old.
Involved.
We don't.
Exactly.
We don't have
if it ain't no camera or no money, they Black leader ain't coming.
Exactly. Period. And as much as I did not admire Sharpton, his voice still reigned across things. And then one day he just dropped down to 90 pounds and he just we don't
and got him a 21-year-old girlfriend. I don't respect you.
What do you?
He was like he was
over when I was
young. He's pulling a Belichick, huh?
Right, and then he just disappeared on us, and I'm like, I didn't like you, but at least you was a voice for us.
Well, he dropped that weight. So is he sick? Do we know? He just might not have.
He had surgery and he took a shot like everybody else on Olympic around here.
Last I saw him, he was doing boots on the ground. I don't think he's sick.
I know a lot of people.
Last week he was at the Met Gala. What?
So it's like.
Hey, they can turn out.
Like I said, we don't want to go into politics, but we, as a Black community across this country, we do not have not one. I don't see not one strong Black leader that's speaking out for us, that's fighting, that's putting his life on the line. That's, you know, and we had that back in the day. We don't have that anymore. So,
Yeah.
You know,
But
so
then at what point do we not wait for them and we become them? You know what I'm saying? That's my point. So when I said, then when we put this out yesterday and I made the point of, we have to make a statement about that. How are we Black women that love football and we stand to the side and say, this is okay, and it's not?
It's not.
Like Tiffany said, we love the game too much and we buy their merch. And everybody know I am not buying their shit. Period. They know I am not the girl that's buying jerseys. I am not the girl that is on there like I am going to buy these people stuff with them. I don't do that because I that's where I be like, yeah, no, that's where the buck stops for me. Because of that very reason, Tiffany, I am one of them. And I be like, girl, I can make that. So I really ain't buying it. You know what I'm saying? For that reason.
Right. And Big Shaq said, let's keep it 100. You did not have for the national anthem in the NFL before they signed that big deal with the armed forces. Wow.
You said what?
There was a deal signed between the armed forces and the NFL, and you didn't even have to come out for the national anthem unless you wanted to until that deal was signed. Wow. Then it became a big deal. Wow, I didn't know that, Big Shaq.
That's what I'm saying. It affects people's money in pockets. That's why they don't say stuff now. I mean, it's a two-edged sword. This, if you've been honest about it.
Yeah.
They
were getting fined big time.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, we'll never get a unification. We'll never get a protest. We'll never get them to all say we're not playing today. We'll never get that because it's too much money flying around, too much at stake.
It might be at stake for them, but somebody has to do it for them. That's my point. I get that. But when do we do it for them because they can't? Somebody has to make a stand for them.
And I agree with you, Stacey, but it's kind of like I read yesterday, you know, I'm gonna somebody wrote, you know, we're gonna fight for them, but they're not fighting for themselves. You know, so
do like, you quit your job because unfair practices but you have a whole family to feed and they're dependent on you?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why it's a fine line of, do I fight for them and they really, and if I say we're gonna strike, this is just still me, you know what I'm saying? Or do I just let it be? Because it's so, and then we don't know how their contracts are written, none of that. It's a hard road. That's what I'm saying. We really
and nobody is asking them. So that I think that's the point we missing here. We keep putting them like nobody asked the players. I'm talking about individuals as us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't ask them. Nobody said anything to them. You know, we don't have you saying a Black leader. When do we take a stand for ourselves? Since when we need somebody to speak? I don't need nobody to speak on my behalf.
Right, but we're saying for something to be done about how they do us. Period. You know, I mean, right now I'm rested, so I can't do it. So, what do y'all do?
Handle us, Stacey. It's a little different.
I need you to do it, Stacey. I'm rested.
Like, you know, not to say I'm not getting into politics. We're not doing that, but you know, there's a lot of, you know, different things changing. Workforce, everything in regards to, you know, I don't know. But I'm just saying, funding for the government, like, you know.
We all know that. I mean, everybody is being.
I'm just saying, and this too is probably a project of some of this as well. It is.
I don't believe that.
Trickling down. You don't think so?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it is.
I absolutely not.
Government
You
every
want
day.
to
I
what?
see it every single day.
It's
Absolutely
opening
not.
the doors. It's the
Yeah,
opportunity
it
for
is.
everybody else to be on board. That's what they're doing.
Mhm. Yeah,
Regardless
Disagree
of
with
what
that.
platform it is. I'm telling you, I'm seeing it
it
across
is worse in
what
some areas than others, and some people see it firsthand more so than others. So in Florida, it's HE double hockey sticks. Trust me.
Y'all been hell.
I just think
Right.
now
We
that
Y'all Governor been giving y'all hell.
no,
said
so
10
like
times.
the opportunity for black coaches,
I agree, Tiffany. I agree.
What
black
she said.
coaches, like all this now. I think it all
Yeah, we agree. I mean, it's okay.
and I don't want to bring it, we don't want to talk about that here, but
What Tiffany's saying, and if you haven't read it, that's what I'm saying. Like when they stand up for themselves and make pacts and do what they need to do, it makes it easier for us to fight and do the things we do. But if they're not gonna do anything because of the way stuff is, and I'm not saying they can or they can't or how their contract is written, I'm not saying that because I don't know. But it's harder for an outsider to do the stuff that they can do better inside.
yeah, like us,
Well, Tiffany, yes, I agree with you.
like us.
Right. So
Okay, ladies. Well, the schedule is getting ready to be released in a few minutes. So we're going to wrap it up so we can see where our teams are
real quick, what
playing.
is everybody drinking? Real quick.
I have a water.
Oh, look
Stella,
at you, Stacey. What you got?
Margarita.
I got
You
Stella.
already got some exotic.
What you got? What's that, Nick?
Stella.
Oh, Stella.
Okay, I got something.
That's your
People.
thing, Nick.
For my Jaguar and Tallahassee chats, check y'all chats for our events this weekend. We have a kicking out homelessness event this weekend.
All right, ladies. So
Yeah.
let's go get these schedules,
Yes.
and I'm sure we'll talk in the group.
All right.
Everybody.
Good night.
Everyone.